wishes. Very well. Beautiful. Yes. Let's go. All right. Gotta cool off. Very well. Best wishes. Spring is sprung. Of course. Let's go. Yes. Time to play. Beautiful. Yes. Time for a swim. You've been naughty. Very well. Let's go. Best wishes. Spring is sprung. All right. Of course. Let's go. Gotta cool off. Beautiful. Spring is sprung. Sweet dreams. Yes.
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Infernal Clear video in Fire Emblem Heroes, and this time Camilla Emblem will be taking on her daddy, King Garon, in his very own Infernal Grand Hero battle. This map is actually pretty straightforward. It's not too bad. There is some room to maneuver around. There are some walls that you can use ranged units to fire over. I guess the first thing to note is that there are going to be reinforcements on successive waves, but they're not as bad as we've seen in the past. They're actually pretty measured, and you can see exactly where they're going to be coming from, these teleportation pads or spawn pads that are spread and strewn throughout the map. Really, the strategy to approach with the map in general, I would say, is just to anticipate where the reinforcements are going to be appearing and position yourself so that you're taking out units and able to, in the following turn, either defend or take out the reinforcements on the next turn. As for the units themselves, the initial wave that appears here, this Lance Knight has Wary Fighter, so unless you have a Breaker skill or Quick Riposte or a Fighter skill, he may be difficult to double and kill in one turn. This Cleric actually does not have a Dazzling effect, so you can bait her, which makes her very, very reasonable. However, she does have Gravity, so if she's going to be attacking, Gravity Plus I should say, so if she's going to be attacking a cluster of your units, they'll be crippled movement-wise next turn, which can be pretty annoying. And then for King Garon himself, he has his own preferred legendary weapon, the Breath of Blight. It has a very similar effect to Fallen Takumi in his Grand Hero battle, except instead of columns around Takumi throughout the entire map, it's actually just an area of effect around King Garon on turn 4, at the start of turn 4 I should say. He doesn't have built-in distant counter, so you can kind of peck at him from a distance to wear down his defenses and health. He does come with Distant Defense 3 and Dull Ranged 3, so if you are relying upon buffs, movement-based buffs, Blade Tomes, just bear in mind that he does have Dull Range 3, and he also has Panic Ploy. And with his 69 HP, that is going to assure that he will almost certainly inflict Panic Ploy if he can. So, the first thing we want to do, this Cleric, we don't want her to be able to cripple our team. So we want to take her out immediately on the first turn. We're just going to move Vanilla Camilla in the range of the Cleric, and we're going to fall back, basically. And the reason why we're going to do this is just so that none of the other units get afflicted by that Gravity Plus. So Vanilla Camilla is going to intercept, kill the Cleric on enemy phase. She'll be affected by the gravity, nobody else on the team will. So I've positioned myself because I know the next waves of reinforcements that are going to be appearing. I know that there's this Bow Cavalier and this Red Cavalier. So I positioned myself so that Spring Camilla is in a prime location to take out the Bow Cavalier this turn, and New Year's Camilla will be able to eliminate the Red Cavalier. She's going to activate Gale Force in the process. We'll just use that as an opportunity to just move her a little bit more into the left side. We're going to fall back with Vanilla Camilla so that she's actually still in the range of this Green Cavalier. She will be able to use Distant Counter and her substantive res to tank the hit and kill the Green Cavalier on enemy phase. And we're just going to leave Summer Camilla here. She is out of the range of the Panic Ploy and in the range of the Hone Flyers, so she'll get the Hone Flyers buff next turn from Vanilla Camilla. Alright. So on this turn, we want to use Summer Camilla with her buffs to just eliminate the Sword Fighter. The prime threat on this turn is actually this Red Mage, so we're just going to kind of filter back, fall back a little bit out of the range of the Red Mage, while eliminating units along the way. So we'll use New Year's Camilla to reposition Spring Camilla so that she can engage this Lance Dragon and take him out. And again, we're just going to fall back with Vanilla Camilla. Okay, so here we are. At this point, we will use New Year's Camilla, take out the Axe Fighter. That activates Gale Force, so I can move her away to safety later. And we'll bring up Vanilla Camilla, and despite the triangle, the color disadvantage, she can still take out the Red Mage on player phase. She's a great tank on this map. She's doing a lot of work, and you know, this turn is no exception. She's going to be able to tank this Lance Knight, and she's going to be able to tank this Blue Cavalier next turn. Currently, all I want to do is just situate the rest of my team safely behind Vanilla Camilla as she tanks those attacks. Okay, we're just going to do it this way so that New Year's Camilla has the ability to... Basically, she has the freedom of movement on this tile to engage the Axe Cavalier next turn when they move forward. Okay, so we tank that, and we eliminate the Lance Cavalier. or the Lance Tome user. And now at this point it's mostly cleanup. We're going to be repositioning New Year's Camilla over so that she can engage and take out this Axe Cavalier, who is the biggest movement threat left on the map. And now we're just going to fall back and let them approach. So we'll just comfortably move back into the rear row here, in the first row. And this allows us to position ourselves by repositioning Summer Camilla into range and moving New Year's Camilla. Summer Camilla now has the full effect of all of the flyer buffs. She doesn't have her Blade Tome Hone Flyers buffs because that doesn't really even come into play against Garon because he has the Dull Range 3, remember? So Blade Tome bonuses aren't even going to come into play. Hone Flyers doesn't come into play. But what does come into play is she's going to get a Goad Flyers buff from Spring Camilla, a Goad Flyers buff from New Year's Camilla, and she's also going to get a +3 attack and speed from Vanilla Camilla's Axe. So all of those together will allow her to double and one-round Garon on this turn. Perfect. And now all that's left is this one last Lance Knight. And we can just take him out with a combination of Spring Camilla's attack, and Vanilla Camilla will finish him off. And that does it. So that is the strategy that I employed with Camilla Emblem to take on the King Garon Grand Hero Battle on Infernal difficulty. Let me know in the comments below what strategies and teams you ended up using to clear this Infernal Grand Hero Battle. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you so much for watching. We really, really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those skies.